What's going on, folks? We are at the World's Center of Speed today in Daytona International Speedway for the regular season finale here for the ASRE Harpoon Design Cup Series. And man, a wild one is on tap today. The end of the same state showdown, the Wendy Angel 250. Presented by Harpoon Design as always. Man, today's going to be a killer race. I cannot wait to get this thing going on. Who will be the top 12 decided for the championship ahead of next week's wildcard race? Man, going to be a lot of fun right now. Qualifying underway on track. We'll go trackside, take a look at who's qualifying where, and let's get right down to it. The cheese has begun, as they say in the Draft Master world right now. Looks like we're seeing a couple of guys taking it real slow on their first lap. Daryl Young, he's probably our super speedway guru here, one of the best on the service. And right here, they take that slow lap, and then they kick it into gear here for that secondary lap. So you kind of toss the first one out, you get 2 laps. Now they're going to fly around. So we'll see all kinds of different strategies. Who does what? Andrew Phipps already looking very, very fast on track right now. We'll see 1 lappers, we'll see 2 lappers. Right now, great stuff. Adam Garza looking good in that Cardano machine. Complete whiteout today for the Murphy Esport boys. A bunch of white paint schemes on track and look really good under the lights as we get down to it. Scott Gasson on track. Everyone's making their way around this 2.5 mile monster. And here he is, Christian Angel, right here. We'll get it going a little later on, but this race is dedicated to his mom, who's unfortunately battling right now some pretty severe stomach cancer, from what I'm understanding. And man, it's just a really, really heartbreaking situation. So we're dedicating this race to his mom as Christian Angel crosses the line here. Where does he end up right now? So far, looks like, let's just bring down the board so we can all see. Phipps right now in P1, Christian Angel in P2. A bunch of guys looking really good. Meeks gets to the top of the board here. So far, looking good. Drew Drua. P4 right now looks like for Daryl Young. Delaire in P5. The cheese, I don't know if that worked. A lot of these guys made that first lap work. Andrew Phipps has the pole so far. Blaze Crawford showing up in P3. Brandon Bowie qualifies 6th right now, but we'll be serving an EOL. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Jackson Anderson skyrockets to the front right there in P1. Max Brady had it for a second, did not make it last. So Anderson to the front. He knows how to get it done here in Daytona. Last time we were here at Daytona was the beginning of season 7. Long, long time ago, it feels like, and he won that race. A lot can happen today. Brandon 6. Maybe just messing around here. Looks like he's in 21st spot right here for qualifying. Who else? Jacob Weiss. Bunch of these guys going for a lot here tonight. Weiss is one of them, obviously locked into the playoffs on points. Today is kind of a fun day for them. Get some stage points, obviously, might help. Matthew Fleming, Tim Robb as well on track. Qualifying just about to be over here. Robbins crosses the line there. Where does he wrap up? Looks like 19th spot for him. Fleming up to P15. Doesn't seem like anybody's going to challenge Anderson here for the front spot. Villalobos 26th right there. Looks like that will be it. So, Jackson Anderson to the pole today. Good job. Very, very fast lap. Man, good stuff. We're going to step aside real quick. They're going to warm up for a second, go and practice a bit for about 5 minutes. We'll come right back, folks. Thanks some sponsors, and get ready for the Wendy Angel 250 here from Daytona.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Welcome back, folks. It is the Wendy Angel 250 here, presented by Harpoon Design. The regular season finale is about to be underway from the World Center of Racing here at Daytona. Man, cannot wait to get this thing going. Jackson Anderson on the pole, as we just witnessed. Right now, a quick warm-up session underway just to practice some pit road entry and exit, things like that. So a good chance to also thank some sponsors. Folks, today is the Same State Showdown finale as well, so if you've been following along, you know what's been going on there. So basically an in-race tournament. Everybody on your screen that'll be in a yellow banner on their names on the tower are going for that. So those four drivers, Tim Robb, Frankie Barroso, Jacob Weiss, and James Thurston. So the driver who finishes ahead of the other three will be the Same State Showdown winner, and they'll earn themselves a snazzy little trophy as well as some cash. So pretty cool, obviously. And hey, today, again, Daytona, usually our opening race of the season for the first 7 seasons we've had, but this season a little different. Started at Talladega, kind of special in its own right, and now Daytona kind of has that the old school Pepsi 400 vibe, right? Whereas right smack in the middle of summertime and July 4th weekend. So we're going to get kind of that going on right here, and going to be a lot of fun to get this thing going and figure out who can get this win, but also what we can decide for the top 12 of the championship. They're locked in after this race. A lot's going to go down here from Daytona. 100 laps, relatively quick race. Going to be sun all the first half of the race, and then nighttime conditions. We're going to go right into the nighttime tonight. A lot of fun going to be had, and glad you're here along with us watching from YouTube on race day. A bunch of drivers right now still just kind of messing around. 17 seconds left to go. Big shout out to you folks for watching online, and again, watching on race day. Appreciate all the subscriptions, the likes, the tweets, even on X. Do they call them tweets nowadays? I think they call them like reposts. I don't know, but I want to keep calling them tweets. It's all good. White flag is out for the warm-up. Hey, in just a second, we're going to go down trackside and get this race started. Let me know, folks, in the chat. Hey, who's your favorite driver to win this race today? A lot on the line. A big win at Daytona is always a fun time and always a good way to start your playoffs, right? A lot of these guys are locked into the playoffs from points. So what could that mean? So here we go. Let's go down trackside real quick to start off and kick off this Wendy Angel 250. Here from Daytona. Man, incredible time. I cannot wait to get this thing fired up. Always a good time here. Super speedway racing at Daytona. Front of the pack, we're looking at Jackson Anderson. He is the pole sitter today in the number 83 Associated machine, looking really, really good on track right now. P2 going to be Max Brady on the outside lane. Andrew Phipps right here in third spot. Jujoa looking good at the number 4 machine. Blaze Crawford P5. Brandon Bowie in P6, but not really. He'll be starting in the back of the pack. Brandon Bowie, as well as Johnson, 6, Garza, and Frankie Barroso will all be in the back of the field to start this race. John Hagan, P7 right here. Daryl Young, P8. Jacob Emery in P9. Adam Garza rolls off 10th here. Ethan Delaire, Mark Whitley. Will Doe, Thomas Meeks. Smecker right here, that drip drops machine. Matthew Fleming, Austin Halsey, Kenny Reel, James Thurston. Ryan Sharp rounding out your top 20. Back half of the field, Austin Salyers, Trevor Zelazny, Josh Larson, Julio Villalobos, Christian Angel, Scott Gasorn, Brandon Fetterplace, Landon Bednards, Joseph Mealy, Tim Robb, Brandon Six, Frankie Barroso, Albert Forrester in the back, and then William Robbins is in the field but not on track right now, so that's 35th spot. Top 35, there they all are, about to get underway here for this race. Again, a lot on the line today. There we go, already in the chat, 75 for the win. Okay, Christian Angel. Interesting to hear. So again, you'll see those drivers in yellow. You see Thurston right there in 17th. The other three qualified lower than 20th, so you won't see them just yet unless they crack that top 20. But those will be the drivers that will be in the same state showdown, the 4 drivers. And again, whoever wins that will be the same state showdown winner. Race details for the day. 100 laps, that's it. Lap 33 will be the stage 1 end. Lap 66, we're going to cut this race in thirds. Keep in mind though, there's no stage yellow, so we stay green the entire time. No planned cautions, no guaranteed cautions. And again, no fast repairs, 3 green, white checkers. Cannot mess up. You get one shot at this, you get one car. Gonna get 1 to green here. We delayed it by 1 lap just to get the drivers in the back of the field that needed to be, the EOL drivers. As you can see, Adam Garza back here, Frankie Barroso, Brandon Six, Brendan Bowie, all in the back of the field. Michael Johnson is not here in the race, so he is not going to be serving the EOL, obviously, because he's not here. So he'll get that serving next race that he attends. The nerves always get going for me at tracks like this because they are just so much fun to watch, especially as a viewer, right? As a commentator, there's always something going on. And hey, sometimes these races kind of get spread out, right? After green flag pit stops or whatnot, but we will see. A lot can go down. Who will win? First time winner? Very well could be. We've never had a repeat Daytona winner. Could happen. Will it be somebody from Harpoon Design Racing? You can see all their cars right here, all on a line. Daryl Young, all these pink cars in commemoration of Wendy Angel. Again, Christian Angel's mom going through a tough time right now. Cancer, unfortunately, and rallying support. Love to see it. At the end of the day, this is a community, and we do it for each other. Jackson Anderson on the pole right now. Can he go back-to-back at Daytona here in ASRA? We're going to find out right now. Pace, we're going to pull off. We're going to figure this race out already. Starter cam, green flag in the air, and the Wendy Angel 250 about to be underway. Geico restart zone. Anderson and Brady, we're green. Just like that, one lap underway right now at Daytona. Max Brady gets the lead right here on the outside lane. I'm going to be pushed right here by Drew Jua, and then a couple of HDR teammates right here. Going to be a tough time for me to figure out who's who right there. But I see the 71, Daryl Young, being leading right there in that third spot to his teammate. Next in line, Mark Whitley. So right now we're seeing the outside lane starting to already form. We're going to see that all day long. A lot of these guys maybe get some practice this week in the iRacing officials. We saw Draft Master Week, if you're familiar with that, at Daytona all week long. So this kind of wraps it up right here. These guys are a lot better than a lot of the Draft Master clientele. A lot of the guys in the chat will understand that and laugh at that, but this is some of the best we've seen. Definitely an ASRA competition. Look at this, already 3 wide in the back. Blaze Crawford, Trevor Zelazny making that middle lane work for now. Solid job in the back of the field. Again, 3 wide, gonna happen. We're gonna see a lot of the times races like this start off like this, right? Man, we've had many ASRA races start off with big packs and 2 wide and 3 wide, but then it kind of simmers down. Green flag stops happen, and you know nothing's guaranteed, right? In that situation. Oh man, Hagen hits the wall hard right here on the outside lane. You got to be careful. Lap 4 cannot mess up your car already. And he's trying to already. Anderson though going to get a push here from Andrew Phipps on the inside lane. Max Brady and Drew Jewell making it work on the outside though. Really good job right now. The front half of the field already pretty much 2 wide here. Look at the back half though. There's a pretty big gap here being led by Brandon Fetterplace on the outside lane. So about half and half here. Again, a lot of this, I think, is just, I mean, obviously hard racing, right? They want to get to the front. They want to just make their thing happen. But I think a lot of this, too, one thing we haven't talked about yet that we probably should is fuel mileage. You hate to see these races come down to fuel, but, hey, a lot of the times it can happen. Whether it be organically or, you know, whatnot, right? Depending on how cautions fall or things like that. These guys should have to pit before the stages end. But you just never know, right? Can they save enough fuel to get to lap 33? That's the mark. And since no stage cautions come out, you know, when do you pit, right? You got to make sure you pit with your teammates or with the crew. So important. But the front half of the field right here, Drew Jua getting pushed big time here by Daryl Young on the outside lane. Solid job so far. The inside lane still able to make it work. Devin Schmecker find his way on the outside lane here, making it 3 wide. A lot of these guys too, and again, I think this is the format. You know, a guy like Schmecker and well, really a couple other guys, right, that are locked into the playoffs that they know are. They can kind of take more risks, right? I mean, a guy like, you know, Daryl Young, right, in the front here, trying to sneak his way into the wild card race. A lot of things can happen here. Thomas Meeks on the inside, though. James Thurston, last week's winner, in dominating fashion right there as well on the inside. Looking really, really good. Right behind him as well. I believe that's Joseph Mealy. Can't tell. No, I'm sorry. Adam Garza right there. Let's take it right on board, actually. Garza started in the back of the field, keep in mind, because of the EOL. And right now, already charging hard in the front of the pack. Here he is. You can really see it, too. Right behind Kenny Reel. Just crossed the stripe a second ago, and then now 3 wide. Into the wall. You got to be careful. That wall can suck you in. Delaire down low. But this is the thing, right? This is so hard. You're 3 wide, cars all around you. What do you do? Gasorin tries to squeeze him from the middle. Everyone knows they got to get to the front. When you're in the front, you can avoid all the wrecks behind you. It's the safest place to be. And right now, these boys are not letting up at all. Tough racing already on lap 8 here from Daytona. Big time race means a big time payout, as we see a bunch of guys here in the middle of the pack looking to get themselves in the front of the field here. Right now, Drewa has a good lead with Max Brady on the inside lane. As right here, good angle to really showcase the field gap right here. 2 packs. Interesting. Back to the field here, starting to kind of get in shape. Brandon Fetterplace leading that inside line right in front of Mealy, as well as everyone behind him. Right now, these guys should probably line up, I guess, right, and catch that main pack just to get there. But a lot of shaking and moving up in the front. Thurston right now, you see that yellow banner on his nameplate. He is in the same state showdown as well as Tim Robb, Jacob Weist, and Frankie Barroso. Who can get that done today? Lap 10 already in the books. Devin Smecker making the inside lane work. He's been working all over the track right now. And he is right here down low. Going to get pushed from Max Brady. But watch out for the outside lane. There he goes. Murphy Esports 1, 2, 3 on the outside lane. Not for long though. Garza going to make a dive into the inside. And just like that, up to the front for Garza. Amazing job. Goes from EOL to P1 just like that. And that's the thing, right? Hey, the penalty stands, but you know what? Great drivers can do just what he just did. Very cool to see. James Thurston not too far back, though. Murphy Esports, as of late, their Super Speedway package has been really, really good. They've always been top tier. You know, I think about our teams. William Robbins on track right now going a lap down. But I think of our top tier teams on tracks like this. I think about, Harpoon Design Racing, obviously. But Murphy Esports, as of late, they've been really, really good together. And they're making it work here on the inside lane. Outside lane, though, Blaze Crawford getting pushed by HDR teammates. Daryl Young, Blaze Crawford. Daryl going to give up his teammate there. Maybe not. Going to cross back in front of Mark. But then Devin going to cross out in front of him. So a lot of bobbing and weaving here. Meanwhile, back at the field, Brendan Fetterplace, that back of the pack has caught the main pack. So everyone is back together again. Full field advantage here. Very, very good job so far. These guys just know how to put on a show. It's tough, though, right? I mean, you want to be able to move and shake around, right? You just want to get to the front. And right now, Daryl Young has that #1 spot. That's bad news for this field. Get him out front, especially with a teammate, Mark Whitley, a 2-time champion in this series. Publicly, not a big fan of these tracks, but makes it happen. Almost crossed over Garza rope, but didn't quite make it happen. Not going to be good there. Going to be sucker hold 3 wide here. That's how fast, folks, it can happen. 3 wide. You miss the block. Has Scott Gasorin right behind him, though. Could definitely make his move. Brendan Fetterplace, by the way, watch out for him. He is right here on the inside lane. Was leading the secondary pack and finds himself right now in 13th on the inside lane, moving to the front. So right now, both packs making it happen. Back at the field real quick. Looks like we're seeing teammates all working together here. Not a bad move. Landon Bednards, Josh Larson, William Robbins a lap down. These guys all together. Some teammate work right here. Interesting to see. Hey, you never know. Get back to the front of that pack. Blaze Crawford in P1. Coca-Cola iRacing Series is off today, so Blaze Crawford is in the session. Love that. Love it when we have all of our aces on track today, and looks like that is the case. And right now being led by Max Brady. These two, in specific, I feel like these two have really shown how well they can work together. Talk about teams, right? Murphy Esports, Harpoon Design. Whenever we see Brady and Crawford get together at tracks like this, they really, really do well every time. Look at this, though. Thomas Meeks in P4. What an awesome job to see him in P4, making it happen. Flagship has always been historically good at tracks like this, but, man, their luck as of late has just not been what I think they've wanted, right? But, man, good stuff right here. Back of the pack, big blinker. I believe that's Jacob Weiss, maybe. It was, yeah, that 60 car. He's involved in that same state showdown as well. Trying to go for it right now. Has some connection issues, but trying to lock it in. Not good there still for Daryl Young. All these guys, but see, a lot of those pink cars, those are all HDR teammates today. Looks like Drew Jua came down pit road. I'm not sure what happened to him. It said he jumped to pits, so I'm not sure if he had some kind of an issue. But he has just left pits again. And unfortunate right there for Drew Jua. Out of this, not out of the race, but definitely some kind of an issue on that 38 machine. Front of the field still looking pretty competitive right now. Looks like Emery on the outside lane there, just pushing Hagen. Got a little dicey for a second, but they keep it going right now. Front of the field, we're showing Adam Garza. Still doing a great job in the front of the field. I know he wants to win this race bad. I know he feels like he got a win stolen from him back in Homestead, but unfortunately, man, the penalty came post-race, and that win went to Frankie Barroso. But today could be the day. We've seen how good he is at tracks like this. Right now, Anderson going to try and push Meeks here to the front. He does, but Garza comes down. He's a great Pied Piper, Garza is. These guys know when the lanes are moving. Meeks going to push Garza right here a little bit more if he can. Oh, no, Drew. His internet went out. Being told in the chat, man, I hate that for you, dude. I feel like, I know he's probably listening, but man, Drew, I feel like every race you've run in with us, you've been really, really good. It's just always been something, either internet or things like that. So, I hate that for you, man. Definitely a top-tier driver. So, Garza in front. Oh, no, Josh Larson. What is going on here? Is he out of fuel? What's going on here? He slowed way down. I'm not sure why he's so slow. Did he get into an accident? I don't think so. Lost power? I don't understand what's going on with Josh Larson, but unfortunate for Larson. I know he's had connection issues as well, Larson has, but I think he fixed it, he said. So we'll see if that maybe was part of it. Oh, man, Larson just got the DM. Blew up at 278 degrees. Unreal. Big shake right here in front of the field. Blaze Crawford, I believe that is. Up and down and all around here. Middle of the field, John Hagen. Yeah, being told by Josh Larson, blew up at 278 degrees. That is insane. And really about 10 degrees lower than what it should be. So that's unfortunate. Not good. But definitely valuable information maybe to guys who are in the field still. I mean, tough break. Josh, if you can hear me, I'd love to know if you're watching the race and if your computer issues are fixed or if you have better frames and all that stuff. It'd be good to know. But man, right now, tough break for him. 10 laps to go though until we get to the end of stage one. Smecker up front. Blaze Crawford makes a good move right there. Max Brady right behind. This is going to be a race. I'm going to call it now. We're going to see these guys. We're going to have to see some teamwork. And ironically enough, we don't really see a lot of teamwork at these races in ASRA. Usually it's kind of chaotic. First, I don't know, half of the race, but then, second half is usually, green flag runs and green flag pit stops, which makes multiple packs, right? And usually at that point, you're kind of with whoever you're with. And that's typically how it goes in this series as of late, right? In these super speedway races. But we will see. Teammates, though, are up in the front of the field. They are separated now. Murphy Esports were together. We're seeing some Harpoon Design drivers, some flagship drivers together. All kinds of things can go on. Back at the pack, though, definitely a bunch of guys all in a line here. Austin Halsey way off the pack. Don't see any damage on this car. Just seems to be way off pace right there, but hope for a caution. Bednard's the same thing. Again, no damage, but just lost the draft, unfortunately. That can happen. Back at the field check right now. Brandon Bowie, Brandon Six, Barroso. These three, all Bowie Esports teammates, they're working together, but obviously they had the EOL to start the race. I think they're playing a different game. I think they're going to be playing that fuel strat game. Maybe make this race in 2 stops. Get those stage points. These guys in the front. Hey, when you're up at the front like that, racing for it hard, you're not saving fuel. So what are these guys doing is the question I would ask myself. As right now they're going to push Fleming to the front here in the middle. Smecker retakes the lead as the lead changes have happened a lot. So right now we're seeing Smecker and Garza, Murphy Esports teammates. Kenny Reel up there in P3. Not a bad job for him so far. John Hagan leading the inside row. So big thanks to Harpoon Design again for sponsoring today's race, as well as the title sponsorship of the series. Always a good partnership. A lot of great paint schemes here today, and every day really, in this series are painted by Brantley. So good stuff. Go and check them out. Harpoondesign.com. Get yourself a damn good looking paint scheme. Kenny Reel outside high right now. Blaze Crawford going to be pushing him. Trying to get to the front here. Looks like that might be the case. Lap 26. Drew lap traffic again. Had the internet issues a second ago. Going to stay down low. Good stuff right there. Everyone getting past them cleanly. Looks like Zelazny might pull up real quick and bring Drew back into the fold. All right. If a caution comes out, I believe Drew would be the driver eligible for that lucky dog. So we'll see how that continues to work out. Good run, though. Kenny Reel up in the front. P1 right now. Devin Smecker not too far back right there, obviously, in P2. So these guys really looking very good today from Daytona. The Wendy Angel 250. Bednard's on the outside lane. Going to stay there, it looks like, as the leaders go past them. You've got to be careful here as everyone passes the lap down traffic. Unfortunately, that can happen. Bednard's going to get freight trained here. Looks like for the most part, though, we stay good. As now we're starting to see those same state showdown drivers in yellow starting to pop into the woodworks here on our scoring tower. Again, those 4 drivers. This is our 3rd in-season tournament, where the last 2 races it's been driver head-to-head matchups, and these are the last 4 from that tournament. So today Whoever finishes ahead of the other 3 will be the same state showdown winner. Always like to have fun around here in ASRA, and these in-season tournaments seem to be pretty popular with the drivers as well as the fans, it looks like, and always a big fan of little narratives in races, you know, stories and side stories and all kinds of stuff. Outside lane here looking like, who is that? Villalobos on the outside lane with Scott Gasorin pushing and Matthew Fleming in line as well. So lap 28, already a quarter of the way through this race. And about 5 laps away now from the end of stage 1. So far, so good here from Daytona. Lap 29, about to be 30 laps away here. Excuse me, 30 laps into this Daytona race. Bunch of guys mid-pack, all single file right now, and I think this is kind of smart too, right? At this point, you're probably like, oh, crap, it's lap 29. Fuel's probably getting pretty low. I should probably start to save. And that could be why we're seeing a lot of these guys single file here. Oh, look at the front. A lot of guys coming down pit road. A ton of cars. Multiple drivers, half the field coming down pit road here. Everyone comes, lap 30. Really, really good job all slowing up here. I thought maybe we'd see some green flag stops, but not this early. Really, really good job by everybody to come down pit road. And this is huge, right? You want stage points. They're obviously confident enough to know that they can't make it to the end of the stage, so you have to come now. Get your fuel. You don't really need tires at tracks like this, but you definitely need the fuel. Maybe just enough to get to the stage. Everyone comes off pit road. Looks like great job doing that. So that is the case right there. Man, green flag stops. Seen a couple more here too. Brandon 6. Robbins, Zelazny, Anderson. Oh, 6 really, really quick coming down. Avoid the speeding penalty. You definitely don't want that. Emery, Brandon Bowie, Phipps, and Bowie Esport teammates coming down pit road. Austin Salyers is the leader right now being shown. Right now riding by himself up there. But this is it right here. Lap 31. Stage ends in just 2 laps. At the end of 32, as they take 31. So what could they do here? Salyers is being shown the leader, but Brandon 6 is being shown as P2. But when does the pack behind him catch? As there they are, Blaze Crawford. Right. Salyers comes down pit road. So the lead right now is to Brandon 6. But will he get it? That lead pack is coming. And they are right there. Not going to be enough to take the stage. So Blaze Crawford will be the leader right now. Ooh, Garza makes a daring move right here into turn 3. Not going to be enough here. Blaze Crawford, this right here, we're going to stay green. But stage 1 comes to an end right here at the line. Blaze Crawford going to be... Actually, no. Austin Salyers is going to be your stage winner. Going to get passed like crazy right here. But Salyers should be considered, as he was the leader when he crossed the line, your stage winner. We'll get confirmation of that real quick from race control, as Salyers might have pulled a fast one there. Oh, Blaze Crawford, big wreck right here. Bunch of drivers into the fence. John Hagan, yellow flag is going to be out the first time today. Man, unreal. Big wreck right there as we just crossed the stripe. For lap 33. Unbelievable. And my apologies, by the way. I got myself all confused with that Salyers and Blaze Crawford situation. Stage came out on lap 33, so my apologies. It was not a confusion, per se, when it comes to Crawford and Salyers. Looks like, though, Garza will be the stage winner. Let's go back and take a look at what happened there. Try and find out when exactly it happened. Let's go back real fast, trying to find out where the caution came out. Here we go. So let's go back real quick. Seeing all kinds of stuff going down here. Let's try and see if this can be roughly where we find it. So we'll go chopper view real quick. I'm trying to find out where it went down. So right here, we still see Crawford, obviously, and Max Brady in the lead. So where does it all go down? This is coming to the stage end. Just to clear up any confusion. Again, my apologies on that. Garza are going to be pushing Brady here. Makes a big move, hard move there. Garza going to try 3 wide. Makes it happen. Smecker as well. Oh man, Smecker. And then a big wreck right there. Garza takes the stage right there. But Smecker takes the express route into the grass. Let's go back a little bit and take a look at that once more. So yeah, it just bounces off Garza and then right there into Crawford. Man, unfortunate. John Hagan going to get involved in there pretty heavy as well. Frankie Barroso, I believe that is as well too. So hard contact here from Crawford and Devin Smecker. A lot of guys here, unfortunately, involved in this one, but that was where we came down into the stage. Crawford into the wall there, so, man, big, big implications right here on lap 33. So, again, normally we don't throw stage cautions, but, hey, this kind of ended up being that kind of scenario. So, right now, everyone came down pit road, it looks like. Gasorn and Mark Whitley fixing some damage, it looks like. Obviously a lot to go down here, but big wreck right there with the leaders coming down for the stage. And Garza pushed it 3 wide, which, I mean, made sense. He had the room, but just Smecker got involved a little bit too much right there. So again, my apologies on that. For some reason, in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, 32 ends the stage, but it did not. It was 33. You think I would know? I make the rules here, but once in a while, we have a little bit of a brain fart, as they say. So Adam Garza is officially the stage winner for stage 1. So good on him. A good move there, obviously, to end that stage, but unfortunately, it involved his teammate getting into a wreck. So, Smecker and Crawford pretty well banged up. Hagan as well. Frankie Barroso was involved too. Let's take a look at their damage, if they have any. Try and zoom in. Yeah, we see some crinkling a little tiny bit on the right front of Frankie's car, but really not too bad. Actually, it might not even be that bad, considering I don't see a lot. He might be okay. We know Hagan was involved. We'll try and see if we can find him real fast. Hagan coming off pit road right now as well. He had front left damage. I still see it, yeah, a little bit messed up there, but not terrible. Hoods pops up a bit, but not too bad. Enough to definitely continue on at the least. So right now we're seeing Kenny Reel as your leader, along with Garza Delazny right here in the front as well. So a couple of guys making their way through. So yeah, big caution here on lap 33, right as we finished the stage end. So big move and big implications. Huge thanks to Premier Setup Shop, by the way. Man, these guys are killing it every single race. We use them for all the setups all season long. And today is no exception. So go and check them out, premiersetupshop.com or premierracingsetups.com as well. And go get yourself a good setup. These guys know how to make it work. And, man, just always good stuff, always good racing. So right there, pretty good racing, I would say, in stage 1. Obviously, you know, right there coming to the line, you know, these guys want to fight for it, right? They want to go for those stage points, and they want to just make the move, make that crazy move. And Garza made it happen. Smecker, unfortunately, got tangled up in it. And that can happen, right? When you get all these juggernauts and really, really good drivers fighting for it, mistakes can happen. I mean, man, you see it in the Coke Series all the time, right? You see it in real life all the time. So, part of racing. So, we're going to get it back going again. Stage 2 about to be underway. Kenny Reel, Adam Garza going to be in the front here. Here we go. Going back green here on lap 37. And back at it we are. Outside lane. A lot of separation here. Back a couple of rows. Inside lane, though, going to get a better restart, it looks like. Trevor Zelazny going to make a move here down low, but watch out for Garza up high and Thurston. These guys are pushing really hard and making it work well. Ryan Sharp in the back of the field tried to go 3 wide there for a second. Didn't have the speed or the pace to do it. So far, so good. Front of the field, Kenny Reel might lead this lap. Trevor Zelazny, excuse me, getting pushed by Bowie. And look at how the turns have tabled, as they say. Look at who's right behind Trevor Zelazny. Brandon Bowie, Frankie Barroso, and Andrew Phipps. Now, Phipps wasn't involved in that EOL at the beginning of the race, but Frankie and Bowie were, and right now they're way up in the front. Garza, again, not too far back either. So all these drivers, you know, who got that EOL, they are right back into the mix of things. They picked the best race to get the EOL because Daytona and Talladega, really, you can get back to the front pretty easily, as we all know. And in a case like this, that has happened. So the field's pretty well bunched up, 2 wide all the way back. Lap 39, almost lap 40 here. Two by two, all the way in the back, by the way. I'm looking at Mark Whitley. Lost the draft a little bit. He's being pushed by a couple of drivers who were involved in that mess right there, right? Looking at Blaze Crawford, Brady, Smecker. These guys are beaten up a little bit, but trying to make something out of it. John Hagan back there as well. So everyone making a move. Kenny Reel going to get squashed middle right here. Going to get sent to the back. That's not where you want to be at a track like this. So back to the back he goes. Garza back to the front. Coming across the line here, going to be Adam Garza leading lap 40 and 41 as we take it. About 25 laps to go until the end of stage 2. Stage 1 winner Adam Garza trying to get himself another stage win. Look at Zelazny pushing him hardcore here. Getting in front of the field, it's not going to really bode too well. That pack will catch them. Watch this, folks. Bowie and Frankie here are going to have a huge run. Going to go right around him on the outside lane. Garza wisely makes it move. Oh, Bowie does not lift at all. Oh, you want to block me? Cool, man. I'm going to go 3 wide and go middle. I love the aggression here. as Bowie takes the lead here and leads lap 42. So many lead changes already in this race. A lot of fantastic drivers already in the field, in the front of the field. Teammates working together all over the place. Such a good job right now. This deserves a Harpoon design, bring the noise. Let's hit it as they cross the line here for lap 43. And never mind. Big yellow as we just were about to go to the Bring the Noise segment. I believe that was Scott Gasorn in the back. I could be wrong. Nope, I'm not. Scott Gasorn. Every single time we try and go to the Bring the Noise, a yellow comes out. Name me a better duo. Scott Gasorn involved here, I believe, as well as, I want to say maybe Kenny Reel. I could be wrong. Let's take a look. Ryan Sharp. Okay, so Ryan Sharp as well as Scott Gasorn. Let's find out what went wrong here. So Ryan Sharp right here, top of your screen. Oh, a big checkup. Oh, it's way in the front of the field. Okay, so Scott Gasorn and Jacob Weiss, it looks like, on the high lane. Yeah, Ryan Sharp just involved right there. So let's go back a bit and find out where it went down. Try and find Scott Gasorn. Here we go. So 3 wide right now. This is not going to be good. Cannot be 3 wide sometimes at this track. Let's play it a little bit more. Find out where it went down. So the 75 is on the outside lane here. That's Christian Angel. 3 wide. Oh, Scott just comes up. I mean, maybe he thinks he's clear right there up against Weist, but he is definitely not. I see the blinking of Weist, so maybe, Weist blinked at the same time he looked in his mirror maybe, and he thought it was clear, but man, not the case. So yellow flag number 2 on track right now here for the Wendy Angel 250 as the entire field comes down pit road. Good timer now to come down pit road, take the tires if you want them, almost halfway in the race, so a tire change halfway, not a bad move if you're the betting type. So up in the front, Brandon Bowie has the lead here. Garza going to be in P2, followed by Thurston 6, and then Daryl Young in P5. We'll take a short break, folks. Thanks some sponsors. We'll come right back.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, Rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, Rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Welcome back, folks. So the Wendy Angel 250 right here as the choose rule is underway. One to go here. Back green flag racing will go in just a minute. Lap 45, working our second caution of the day involving Scott Gasorn and Ryan Sharp. Excuse me, Scott Gasorn and Jacob Weist. My bad. Everyone looks to be good to go here. Brandon Bowie going to be leading the field again, back green. Bowie Esports being shown as 1 and 2 on the inside lane, and then Murphy Esports 1 and 2 on the outside lane. So teammates working together here, and not too far back, Thomas Meeks having a fantastic race so far. Jackson Anderson, your pole sitter, back there in P7, and then Daryl Young in P6. So a couple of guys, really, really fast guys here at Super Speedways, starting to get it going. Long race still to go, though. As we know, 55 laps still. Race going by pretty quick for the most part, and hey, a lot of action on track so far. But a couple of cautions, and man, always a fun time here at Daytona. Everyone wants to win this race, right? This is the race that you want to win, you know, and whether it's the first race of the season or, in this case, the 12th, it's always special. As right now, the sun's starting to set. Right now, we're about halfway through the race. Sunset's going to be happening right now. Going to be a transition period on track and maybe a couple of blind corners. So should be interesting as we get into the nighttime. Pace car going to pull off. We're going to go back green here on lap 46. Here we go. Brandon Bowie, Adam Garza. Take the green again in the Geico restart zone. We are back green. Great restart for Bowie Esports down low. Garza going to be really out there. Thurston might get a really good run here on the outside lane to his teammate. Does Garza come down low? He does. He knows the draft is so key at a track like this, and they're going to make it work. So Bowie Esports teammates in the front. That top three right there had the EOL to start the race, and right now they're up front, getting dicey already. Now they're back to the front, 2 by 2. Big push in the front has given Adam Garza. Oh no, his teammate spins him in the front of the pack. Big, big wreck. And a huge caution. This might be the big one. Yellow flag is out, involving Brady and 6. It all started when Garza, I believe, got a bad push from his teammate Thurston. Oh man, huge, huge wreck right there. Bunch of guys got through. Looks like Thurston, Daryl Young got through, Villalobos, Rildo. Let's go back a bit, find out what happened here. Man, teammate on teammate crime has been kind of a storyline today already. Not good. Yeah, we'll go back even farther. It happened a lot farther back. So we'll try and get a good angle here from the chopper. Adam Garza. Let's see, where does he... already off track here. So we'll go back even further, actually. Because this went down much earlier than when the caution actually came out. So sometimes that is what can happen. So Garza in the front right here. Look at this move. So Thurston's in behind him, but Garza's coming up at the same time. I think Thurston just hit that left rear the wrong way. We're going to watch it happen. Good angle here, I believe. Let's take a look. Yeah, just a bad push. That's all that is. Bad push for Thurston. Kenny Reel tries to avoid it. Does for the most part, but then just gets involved in everything right here. Looks like Fleming into the wall. Bowie going to be into the wall there on the outside lane. Emery, Kenny Reel, and Brandon 6 get involved. They might not be too bad a shape. But yeah, big, big mess in the back here. Bunch of guys. A lot of guys got through it, actually, which is a great job, all things considered. But, man, tough break for a couple of guys for sure. Adam Garza, hey, you win stage 1, and then you get wrecked by your teammate in stage 2. That's the tough part, right? You're pushing so hard. These things can happen. It's just part of this type of racing. A couple of drivers coming down pit road. Teammates, HDR teammates, stay out. So Daryl Young, looks like, is that Mark Whitley? No, Will Doe stays out. And everyone else comes down pit road. Some damage to fix, obviously, and some front bumpers to fix as well, right? To beat out. But this will shake up the field again. Lap 49. We're basically halfway here in this Wendy Angel 250. Majority of the field did come down pit road, so we're looking at everyone here. Garza, I don't believe, had a lot of damage, if any, really. He got spun out, but avoided all the walls and mainly got onto the grass. So should be in good shape. Halfway in this race, though. Third caution of the race. But man, yeah, that first caution came out right at the end of stage 1 and involved Garza and then Smucker kind of getting together, more or less. And then right here, unfortunately, teammates again got together. So yeah, Murphy Esports, man, having a good race. They're up front and they're running well together, but they are colliding for sure and aggressively pushing and things like that, right? But hey, that can happen. Right now, look at these pink cars. Daryl Young, Will Doe, Christian Angel not too far back here in P5, and then Mark Whitley in 7th. So all 4 teammates going to be pretty close together here. That's a good move for them, I think, to stay up front and see if they can make it happen. Stay in front of the mess. Not a bad idea. Ethan Delaire looking pretty good here in 3rd spot. Joseph Mealy in that digital downforce machine. Let's take a look at that ride. Oh, yeah. Lime green and white. Looking really good today. About to hit the choose cone to figure out what side of the track they want. So we are 1 to go here. Some of the field is starting to thin out a little bit. A couple of cars involved in wrecks, obviously, but not many drivers out of the race. Looks like Kenny Reel, Drew Jua, Josh Larson, potentially all out of the race. Blaze Crawford involved in that big wreck before. Right now, he's coming off pit road now, actually, Crawford, but has some serious damage. Weist as well. Unfortunately, not going to be a great enough car, potentially, to try and go for that same state showdown win, but you never know. I've seen crazier things can happen, right? At this point, if something happens to the other 3 cars, could be his day. Fleming and Thurston back here as well. Thurston, I don't think he had damage from any of those wrecks, but looks like his car is looking pretty clean. Don't see the right side, obviously, but we'll see if that car can continue as well. Halsey, we know Bowie had damage there on the right side. Forrester too, so bunch of guys banged up from that race, but a couple of them back there, right? They don't really necessarily need this race win or the points, right? Looking at Bowie and Thurston, they're 1 and 3 in the points respectively, and if they can get those points, I think they would love it. But at the end of the day, it's not super necessary for their playoff hopes. Lap 50 right now, so we're halfway in the Wendy Angel 250. We're going to hit lap 51 here, coming to green flag, and right now we're going to be led by Daryl Young and Joseph Mealy. So teammates up front right here. Let's see what Harpoon Design Racing can do. As the lights just came on, you saw the sim get a little bit brighter, and that's those lights. So hey, halfway, lights come on. So here we go. Pace car pulls off. We're going to go back green here with half the race left to go. Lap 51. Daryl Young takes the green flag. Teammates here going to be in a line 3 wide. There goes the sunset. Over the wall in turn 1. Dallaire going to get pushed right here by another pink car there, Mark Whitley. Mealy trying to lead this lower line. Dallaire trying to push as well. And that's what Harpoon Design wanted. 4 cars in a line right here on the outside lane. This might be game, set, and match right here. These 4 drivers in the front of the field on the outside lane. I know from experience this could be, and in fact I know it is, exactly what they wanted. So what can they make of this? Lower line starting to kind of fizzle out right now. We're seeing Mealy and all them not really able to keep in line here. Let's right on board actually. Mealy, try and see if we can watch and how he navigates this inside lane. Getting a great push here from Dallaire on the inside lane, but you got to make sure those pushes are square. Dallaire all over the back corner, hitting the apron. You can't be doing that. You have to really push that driver in front of you nice and square. You cannot hit him at an odd angle. We saw what happened with Thurston in Garza, right? That can happen again. Let's look at this. Mealy just charging to the front. Good move here, but the outside lane going to be able to side draft the inside lane. And this Harpoon Design pink cars might be able to find themselves. Look at this. They're going to come down here, side draft heavy, as Dallaire is still pushing Mealy here. Oh, yellow flag is out. Let's go back. What happened here as we're riding on board Joseph Mealy? I believe maybe it was Villalobos and Scott Gasorn. Let's take a look. Try and see if that's the case here. Try and get a different angle just so we can find out what goes on. So Scott Gasorn here. Oh, it's already going down. Scott Gasorn. Thurston kind of snuck through there. Salyers as well. And comes down in front of Villalobos. Forster. Crawford slows up. Let's go back even further. What goes down here with Scott Gasorn? We'll go way back. Scott Gasornoki on the outside lane. Ooh, man. Yeah, hits the wall, I guess. And then Hagen might have just, again, kind of pushed him in that left rear section and got him tangled up and around. Thurston dodges a bullet here. Good move. And then, yeah, Gasorn just can't hold on to it. Man, tough break for Gasorn again. Involved in our second caution of the day earlier on in stage 1, but I'm sorry, stage 2, but keeping it going here. So, tale of two tales here. Stage 1 went green the entire way, and then right when stage 1 ended, yellow flag came out. So, interesting call. So, everyone going to come down pit road now again, and I think this is what they wanted to do. See, this was why Harpoon Design did this. They didn't pit last time. They stayed out front. Now everyone's coming back down pit road again, and they find themselves in the lead. So now they're even with everybody else. This is perfect case scenario, I think, for those drivers. Drone cam in. Everyone's coming down pit road. Fuel. No tires. You don't want tires here, right? Tires could be a good time at some point, but I think that ship has sailed. We're past the halfway point. And again, tires don't really play a huge role at a track like this. And we're seeing it right now. So Mealy going to be leading the field off of pit road. Good move there from Mealy to get himself in the front of the pack. Hey, I'll tell you what, shout out to Joseph Mealy, man. He is making a good run today. Hasn't found a victory circle yet in the Cup Series, but man, he's knocking on the door, and today could be one of those days, right? It could happen. But lap 55, man, so far a good race. 4th caution, not too bad. Very competitive so far. Let's take a quick break before we get going back green. We'll thank some sponsors, folks. Stick around. All right, we are back, folks, to the Wendy Angel 250 right here from Daytona, the regular season finale for Season 8 of the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series. Right now, lap 56, going to be coming here to lap 57, about 8 laps away from the end of Stage 2. Right now, Mealy and Young going to be leading the field here. Getting pretty interesting. We've seen a lot of big names getting involved in wrecks tonight. No big one just yet, per se, but a lot of little incidents kind of here and there that have taken out some big-name drivers. So we'll see how this thing continues to unfold, as right now Harpoon Design is pretty in pink right now to commemorate Christian Angel's mother. Again, right now struggling with stomach cancer, so again, thoughts and prayers to her, and for a full recovery. Hey, miracles can happen, and right now we're about to go back. Green flag. Mealy and Young up in the front. Getting it back going here as the lights come on for Daytona. Good move here for the outside lane. We're going to see Mark Whitley lead the field here on the outside line and try and make it happen. Garza looks like on the outside lane going to try and be pushed here by Brandon Six. Looks like Six's car does not have the damage we thought it did when he was involved in that wreck a little bit ago with Kenny Reel. Seems like they are good to go. Outside lane, Dallaire going to get passed on the outside by Garza. Brandon Six, Garza definitely found some friends here, making it work. Smrecker on the outside too. Looking very, very good. Thurston, we see him in the back of the field, getting to the front again as well. Don't see any damage to that car. He's been around some big wrecks today, but he's made it work. Front of the pack, we're seeing again 3 HDR teammates, Whitley, Young, and Will Doe, all making it work. Jawa.gg, big partnership deal, just signed on with them. Mark Whitley did last week. Very cool to see them on the track. Look at this inside lane though, man. Unreal. Everyone's pushing so hard right here. Brady just powerhouses to the front. And it's so funny because we see, you know, super speedway races in general, right? A lot of these guys, hey, the outside lane can work, and you side draft, and you slow down the inside lane. It does work. But when you guys have, or when you have guys like this who are pushing just so hard, and look at how quickly that breaks up. Anderson going to get pushed all the way back to the field here, maybe, as Whitley makes his way 3 wide. It can happen that quick at a track like this. Better place. At one point led the second pack, but right now finds himself in P5. Looking very, very good. 3 wide in the back here. Frankie Barroso leading that outside lane. Everyone's starting to kind of get a feel for how this race is going to shape up. At this point, you know your fuel strategy, right? You know where you stand. We're 6 laps away from the stage 2 end. As Garza now leads, Brandon Six has pushed him all the way to the front. It's an unlikely duo that are working very well together. Really good to see. Sometimes you find friends in weird places, and right there, that is a good example of what we're looking at. Garza and Six, 2 elite drivers in this series. Getting themselves to the front. Mealy right there in tow, Zelazny as well. Big checkup right there on the inside lane. Fetter Place had to check up a bit. Dallaire got right there behind him. Hagen, not too bad as well. Right here in, where is that? 13th spot. Had some big damage earlier on in the right front. Looks like he got that repaired, which is nice, in that Bush Beard Light Apple machine. Looking good right now. Man, Adam Garza up in the front. Mealy, not too far back. Who else is around here? It's Devin Smrecker. Let's ride on board Devin Smrecker. We'll give you a good shot at what's it like in the middle of this crazy pack. Outside lane right behind HDR teammates. maybe trying to poke right there on the outside lane. Maybe going to try and find some help. Devin Smecker might try and poke it 3 wide here. We've seen him do it already. But lap 62 has already taken a dive down into the grass earlier on in the race. Stage points do matter. The regular season finale, you have to get the points now. A lot of these guys trying to get themselves into the top 12, lock themselves in. And this could be that time to do it. But Smecker looking really strong right here on the outside lane. Three laps to go before stage 2 ends. Can Garza win stage 2 again? Big checkup right there on the outside line. Garza makes a daring move up there. Really solid job. Hey, if you were here for the duels race back earlier in the season before Talladega, you know that there's history involving Garza and Mark Whitley. And there they are again. Hard side draft there as all 3 teammates go down low. Just like that, the inside lane has a great advantage. HDR teammates all working in unison. You saw them how they came down, right? And now they're on the outside lane. Guys are going to try and sneak in the middle. Going to put those teammates on the outside lane. So 3 wide here as we're 2 laps away from the stage 2. Garza crosses over the inside lane there. Big points on the line. 3 wide, Max Brady trying to shoot the gap. John Hagan and Blaze Crawford in tow here. 3 winners of this series. Will Doe closes the gap. Max going to go 3 wide here. Not going to make it happen. Maybe he will actually. Oh no, Garza again goes around. Garza, just too many aggressive moves, it looks like. And unfortunately, that is going to be a big wreck. We'll cover that in a second. Ryan Sharp involved. Frankie Broso, I think, got around there cleanly. Man, unfortunate for Garza again. Just EOL and then up at the front, stage win, then wreck, and then back to the front of the field, then wreck again. Man, he is just up and down day for Garza. But the stage win will go to Mark Whitley as we were within that 5 laps to the scheduled stage end. So Mark Whitley will be the stage 1 winner. Followed by his teammates, looks like Daryl Young, Brendan Six, Will Doe, and Max Brady in the top 5. Let's go back real quick and find out what happens there with Garza, man. Huge, huge moment. Take a quick look before pit road stops, as it looks like they will end up doing that. Let's go back actually even further. Looks like it happens way back here. Try and get a good view. Yeah, you can see Garza, woof, right there, just kind of hooks. I don't know what happened there. Let's go back even further. It happens way earlier than I think it does. Here we go. Try and get the look. Garza right here. Here we go. So right now being pushed by Brandon Six, it looks like. These guys have worked together well in this race already. Yeah, just a bad push, just a little bit. And maybe, you know, a swipe. Maybe Garza tried to move the wrong way or a different way, but Hagan going to get involved right there with Smecker. Zelazny involved. Fetterplace may have walked away with that one. Not too bad. Garza going to collect Robbins there. Villalobos, it looks like, as well. So unfortunate, but a bunch of guys getting involved in that one. Garza, though, big damage to that machine. Not good. Not good. Pit stops, though, are well underway, obviously, as we're seeing it happen right here. Lap 66. So, again, that was the stage end. But yellow flag, 5th caution of the race. Mark Whitley again is the stage winner. So we're going to rack him right back up. We're going to get down to it. Who can win this race here from Daytona? Mark Whitley. Not again. Hey, he won the duels race, his dual race back in Talladega, right before the season started, and right now, hey, he's leading the race, won stage 2. He always says jokingly, or maybe not jokingly, but he can't stay in this car necessarily, and can't stay in these super speedway races. But yet here he is, a 2-time champion in the next gen car, and hey, you won the stage here and looking pretty good. Teammates all right behind you. Not a bad day so far for Harpoon Design Racing. This could be their day to snag a win for the Wendy Angel 250. How much would that mean for that team to pull off with the win today? Really cool to see if that were to be the case. Frankie Broso comes down pit road again, it looks like. I don't see damage on that machine. Maybe I thought he would come down for damage repair, but he is good to go. Looks like just to top off on fuel, perhaps. And tires, not a bad move here. You're already in the back, so you might as well service the car and get yourself back to the front. That lovely race day paint. I'm a little biased on that one, but looking really good on the field. So we're going to get back to it. Lap 67. So stages are done. Points are not going to be awarded anymore for stages, obviously, as they are complete. We're past the 2/3 mark, so we have about 32 laps to go here, 31 maybe, once we get back green to finish off this race. So who can win? Teammates mean everything, and I mentioned earlier how these races always kind of seem to be, a lot of green flag racing at the beginning, maybe some wrecks, big packs. But then second half of the race, they kind of thin out. You get little mini packs here and there, 2, 3, 4 cars in a line and maybe a big pack and whatever. But today we're not seeing that. We're seeing pack racing for the majority of the race, which is very cool to see. Obviously, it adds a bit more of a wild card, narrative to it, as you don't know who's going to, win or be up front or at any given time. But again, a lot of comers and goers in this race. Garza, man, just up and down day for him. I don't know he'll be able to continue as effectively as he did before, but you just never know. Lap 68, though, 32 laps to go before we finish off this Wendy Angel 250, thanks to Harpoon Design, the regular season finale. Who can get this win? Whitley and Will Doe going to lead the top of the field here. Green flag is back out. Good restart really for both lanes. Whitley on the inside lane going to have a better jump. Will Doe, though, getting a big push from Hagan and Jackson Anderson on the outside. Will Doe going to cross over in front of his teammate. And back in the line they go. No other teammates, it seems like, are working well together like they are. That could be the case. You have 4 drivers that are not going to move away from each other. And a lot of the popular combinations that we've seen in races like this, right? Max Brady and Blaise Crawford, right? They work well together. The Murphy Eastboard drivers typically work well together, but today it's been pretty rough, right? They're not together right now, so who can really step up? A bunch of guys making it happen though right now. Front of the field, John Hagan, 3-time winner this season, so he knows how to do what it takes to win, right? But a track like this, very, very difficult, obviously. Jackson Anderson, definitely a good super speedway driver, won the Daytona race last season to kick off season 7. So can definitely get it done for sure. But the outside lane working pretty strong right now. Oh, middle lane, Emery in the middle. really starting to blink right here. You gotta be so careful. This is the worst kind of track to blink on because you just don't know where that car is at times. We saw Weist do it earlier, and that might have contributed to why Gasorin got involved in that wreck, but we're still good. 30 laps to go here. Inside lane, trying to push. Will Doe makes a bold move here to take the outside lane. Good move. Will that be enough for his teammates down low to try and pass? Looks like Will Doe took the express route. James Thurston, look who's coming on the outside lane. Thurston, Blaze Crawford, and Max Brady all right there on the outside lane. Again, they're a dangerous combination to be up front too. And they are making it happen. But John Hagen up front, the outside lane definitely prevailed. Hagen being pushed right now. Bit of a gap, but has Anderson behind him, as well as a bunch of cars right there. Oh man, Meeks in the back. Hit the wall really hard there. I'm not sure what happened, but man, just killed it. Unfortunately, these guys back in the field all are going to be separated now by a big gap. A bunch of them might lose the pack. Brandon Six are being shown as back here as well. Jacob Weist, Garza. Bunch of guys unfortunately banged up from damage. But the front of the pack remains the same. And we are getting down to it. Teammates all together. A fair sharing here of Flagship and Murphy Esports and Harpoon Design. Andrew Phipps though, hey, where did he come from? All of his teammates kind of in the back right there a little bit, but Andrew Phipps, man, has needed, in my opinion, a good race. Just to kind of reset his season, right? He's had a rough go. But really making it happen right now on lap 73. Out front and leading this race. Awesome run so far for Phipps. Would be so cool to see him win if that were to be the case. A lot of feel-good stories here in the top, in this top field, really. Think about Andrew Phipps and him having just a rough season, right? Rough outing. Man, if he could win, how cool would that be? Hagen, we know how good he is on the outside lane. Anderson, can he go back-to-back at Daytona, the first driver to do it? If that were to happen. Brady, Crawford, man, such a good talent in those two drivers. Ethan Delaire right here in the top 10, making it work in the number 99 machine associated. What would that mean for him, right? Tim Robb, a guy who can win. Mealy not too far back either, so a lot of these guys, a lot of good stories. And tracks like this can definitely make those stories come to life. Jump on board real quick, Andrew Phipps. I want to see his angle from the front view. Gyro cam. Just can tell how banked this track is. Sun going down now pretty quick. Should be full night conditions here pretty soon. And that'll change the game too. Sparks flying everywhere. Outside lane really making a move now too. John Hagen getting pushed. .25 laps remaining here. My question remains though, hey, do they have enough fuel to get to the end? It's going to be close. I want to say some of these guys can make it, but I don't know. Going to be close, I feel like. Anderson dives down low here. Take the inside lane. A lot of the pack, though, is pretty well spread out. That top 15 is in this front pack. Fetter Place in the back of it. Devin Smucker leads the secondary lane right here. And this second pack They lost the field just a little bit. They can catch, but it's going to be, they're really going to work together, stay in the line, and draft hard. Smecker, Emery, and Frankie Broso have to push hard to get that done. But the front of the field getting pretty tough. Who can get this done? Big thanks, by the way, to Whiplash Sim Cams. Man, we go through all of our cameras nowadays through them, and they just know what they're doing. He is so good at getting us the cameras we need and showing off great angles, nice cinematic shots, and geez, just always quality. So go check them out, Whiplash Sim Cams. I know they have a Facebook page as well as a Discord, and man, very impressive stuff. So go check them out. So, front of the field starting to kind of thin out a little bit. Single file, maybe. We'll see. The outside lane still trying to work, but Brady and Crawford on the inside. Delaire right here as well on the inside. Tim Robb, though, not too far back, and Jackson Anderson. So, Flagship / Anderson Delasny Racing, which basically have a partnership together, more or less the same team, but I guess not on paper. All working together well here. Looking very, very good. So what can they do to try and win this race? Now, again, there's no win and you're in, right? So winning this race doesn't grant you automatic playoff berth. But, hey, a win's a win. You still want to win. You still want to win that race here at Daytona. Huge, huge win. So who can get it done? Brady, definitely quality. Blaze Crawford, we know how good he is. But man, Ethan Delaire, how good would that be for Delaire to finally win in this series? A lot can happen. 22 laps to go here. Teammates still in a line right there. Again, Harpoon Design Racing in those pink cars on the outside, all in support of Christian Angel. In that 75, supporting his mother, going through a tough time right now with cancer. And again, we wish her well. But right now, lap traffic in play. It looks like Salyers and Jacob Wiest on the outside. Unfortunate for Wiest, not going to be able to compete, it looks like, for that same state showdown championship. But Delaire to the front in that 99 machine. Delaire came in brand new to this series this season. He might lead his first lap of the season right here. He will. Good to see Delaire get that extra point. Always good to see these guys make it happen. So, couple of big moves here too. Phipps going to be shaken back down to the field right now in 13th. Not really where he wants to be. Was in the lead right there. Up front though, Brady and Anderson up front. Hagan not too far back. But look out, Thurston's right here as well. Trying to get himself a second in-season tournament win if he can. But Tim Robb's right here too. Can he get it? 20 laps to go to decide this race. Outside line might make a move here. Brady going to be inside. Big push, my God, from Hagan and Delaire into Anderson. That might stack the inside up just enough to get the outside lane moving again. We're seeing Will Doe up there as well as Christian Angel on the outside lane. You know, could this be a fuel thing too, right? Are these guys in the back of the field or back of this pack to save the fuel, right? We're looking at Brandon Bowie too. Fetterplace and Phipps, all teammates, just kind of hovering here, not really wanting to get in the mix up there in that top 10. So You know, what do they know that they don't maybe? Are they trying to save fuel? Get themselves to the end of the race and then race? Same thing with Daryl Young right here. He's not just sitting back there because he wants to. He's not really drafting hard or pushing hard. I think fuel is going to come into a bigger picture here than we like to think it is. Will caution come out to save everybody, or will we just go green to wrap up this 18 laps? We're going to find out pretty quick. As Wildo gets around Brady here. So now HDR teammates leading the front of the field. Christian Angel going to make a move. Thurston has a great pusher in Thurston behind him. Angel does. Brady just has that momentum going forward right now. But the outside lane working really, really well right now. With Angel ahead. 17 to go. Quick update back at the field. These guys still a bit ways away. Looking at Smecker, about 5.5 seconds back of these leaders. They have to make their way to the front if they want a shot for the win. But 16 laps to go here from Daytona. HDR leading both lines. That might be by design. Control the race. That is a very smart move. But hey, when does Thurston in the 6 and Mealy teammates, when do they say, you know what, I'm over this? And when do they take him 3 wide, go to the high line? That's what I'm thinking if I'm Thurston and Mealy. When do you make the move? Is fuel still a concern? Is that why we're not pushing as hard now? Is that why we're kind of laying back? But we are getting down to the wire here with 15 to go. As always, a huge shout out to the Hosky and Cardano crew. Man, always a fan of them. And shout out to the boys over in X right now, in X Spaces. I'm sure they're watching online and having a big group together. And so hope you guys are doing well over there and enjoying the race. Hey, 15 laps to go. Hell of a show about to wrap up this race. Big race right now. Next week we move on to the wild card race at Las Vegas. That will be a ton of fun. Once we get there, all-star race vibes, but it's still a points-paying race. And it also has playoff implications, so it's going to be a wild one for sure. That's why we call it the wild card. So right now, though, we're going to finish up this Wendy Angel 250. 14 laps to go. Will Doe, Christian Angel still fighting kind of neck and neck here on the outside lane and inside. Both controlling the lanes. No one's really making a move, though. I mean, I'm looking at Brady pushing Will Doe and Thurston pushing Angel. They're not too keen on making a move right here. So this just kind of tells me that fuel might be pretty close. And according to my notes, yeah, it definitely seems close for a few of them. Villalobos on the outside lane, going to be passed by the lead pack. Going to go a lap down here, so he'll be going past. But front of the field still Angel on the outside, Thurston and Mealy right behind him. Could this be a race where we see a first-time winner? We haven't really talked about that today yet. It's very possible. Look at the clientele here of drivers in this front pack. I'm looking at Angel, Will Doe. Man, I mean, Joseph Mealy, Ethan Dallaire, Tim Robb. A lot of these guys can make their way to the front, and that's the fun thing about tracks like this, right? You just never know. Christian Angel having a good run right now, leading the front of the field. Kind of sharing the lead, really, with his teammate Will Doe. I feel pretty confident to say that at any point, Thurston and Mealy can go around Christian Angel, right? When do they do it? I'm sure they're planning it, I would imagine. But they're staying behind him for a reason. It seems like everyone's in fuel conservation mode. Let's take a look actually on the interior. We'll ride on board Thurston and kind of just listen. See if the throttle is being pushed down all the way. What kind of RPMs we're running, right? 8,300 RPMs right now. Pretty low. Pretty low. I don't think we're going full speed here. I think we're definitely in fuel saving mode. Maybe somebody in the chat could weigh in as well and see what they think. But I'm not thinking these guys are going all that they can right now. I think that they know, hey, fuel, we're going to be close. At the line, 10 laps to go here. That's the indicator for me. These guys are not making the move 3 wide. They're not racing as hard as they were before. And I think it's because they know that fuel is a concern. Again, back to the drivers here in the back. Bowie, Better Place, Andrew Phipps. These guys are just kind of sitting there. They're not really making a big move, but look at that secondary pack in the back. Devin Smecker and company. They're right there. They are catching. The gap is now about 3 seconds, maybe 2.5 seconds. So they have cut that lead in half. Look at this. Down pit road. Green flag stops. We did not expect this. This definitely blows our notes out of the water. Brady and Dallaire, Anderson, Crawford, Tim Robb, all down pit road. I'm being told they got to save 3 laps. Oh, man, that's not going to be easy to do. But everyone come down pit road. All you need is enough to get to the end of this race. No tires. Just top it off on fuel, and off you go. What does that mean, though, for these guys? We weren't lying. Brandon Bowie, all these guys, they're just back here saving fuel. But, hey, guess what? Not going to be enough. They have to come now, and they are all coming down pit road hard. HDR teammates, Bowie Esport teammates, just a splash and go here. The race comes down to this. You've made your bed, no speeding. Do not speed off a pit road. And blend back in with all the other drivers. And there they go. Off pit road. Pretty big pack of cars here too, so this should be interesting. Devin Smecker, this second pack is now the leaders. They're going to pick up Bednards and Halsey here. Interesting. Is this pack trying to save the fuel to get to the end of the race? Back of that field, Matthew Fleming right in the back of that big field. Ryan Sharp, Brandon Six, all these guys coming down pit road as well. They lost the draft quite a long time ago, and they are in the back. They're hoping for a caution for sure. Mark Whitley now being led by these guys right here. Man, what happened to all the drivers in the back? Mealy and all them, they're catching, and they are catching quick. But this group right here, they were kind of chilling out in the back of that big pack. Guess not. They have to come as well. Smecker, Emery, Barroso all come down pit road. They could not make it. So Max Brady, this is the group right here where the W might come from. Tim Robb sneaks down below Mark Whitley. Not too far back. Looks like Mealy is in tow there. Daryl Young right in the back of him. Fetter Place. These guys in the back, these two, who's this? Phipps, Will Doe, and Christian Angel. They should be able to catch that field as well. So this might come down to the absolute end of this race. Everyone has the fuel. It is go time. 6 laps to go here. Front of the field's Mark Whitley. And these guys found the toe. They got the draft. Looking at Daryl Young, Fetter Place, Jacob Weist, excuse me. Getting passed on the outside line, multiple laps down. Who can get the job done right now? Hagan pushing Brady out pretty far right now. That's not going to really work out as well as he thinks it will be. Once these guys in the back here catch him, that might be it. Mealy pushing Blaze really, really well there on the outside lane, making it work. Big checkup on the inside line. Oh man, accordion effect. Not gonna work out well for them. Front of the field, Mealy gonna get a big shove right here from Max Brady, my word. And they keep it going. Blaze Crawford on the outside lane. Looking very, very good there. Bowie not too far back in third spot. Hey, we thought his damage might have been bad enough to where he couldn't continue, or at least it might not be, bowed that well. But he is right there, making it happen. 2 cars in the back. Will Dell, Christian Angel not going to get the draft, it looks like. Angel going to pull off too wide. That's not going to work. You got to be tandem to try and get to that field. Not going to happen, though. 2 by 2, man, the pack is just all over the place. Nobody knows where to go and what to do. As Mark Whitley just got shuffled all the way back. Front of the field, Blaze Crawford. 3 laps to go here. Mealy right there in P2. What can he do? Daryl Young finds himself into the top right here. Hagan tries to sneak in, not going to be enough. Absolutely dicey right now on track. Big accordion effect. Max Brady and Blaze Crawford are together in the front. That's bad news bears, I think, for this field. They work so well together, but the inside lane starting to charge here. As Brady going to get a big push. Hagan going to go outside. And that's going to give up Daryl Young. He's going to go 3 wide here in the middle. That is not what he needed. Crawford on the inside. Brady as well. Mealy hung out to dry with Brandon Bowie. And just like this is how fast Flagship can do. They are so good at tracks like this. And we're seeing it happen. Crawford, Brady, Hagan, and Jackson Anderson all making it happen. Look at this hero move here by Tim Robb. Big move to go down on the inside lane. 2 laps to go. Coming to 1 lap to go here. Tim Robb in the front in P4. Who can steal this win? Blaze Crawford going to take the white flag here. The Starch Industries, 1 to go at Daytona. Back at the field, falling off pretty quick. Not going to be enough for them. It's going to come to this top 4. Crawford, Brady, Hagan, and Tim Robb. Who can get this win today? Can Crawford, off of the Coke Series, come in and win this race today? Or can Brady steal one? Hagan going to make a move here. Big move. Tim Robb going to push him as well. Who has the momentum? Hagan now has the move. Crawford comes to the line. Can Hagan even get to him? It's not going to be enough. Blaze Crawford, amazingly, gets the win here at Daytona. Incredible job by Blaze Crawford to make this win happen. So good. Blaze Crawford gets his first win of the season. Man, it's about time too. He has been so good, just hasn't come yet. But he gets it done today at Daytona. John Hagan just didn't have enough there at the end. to finish in P2. Max Brady in third spot, and then Tim Robb in P4, which means Tim Robb will be the same state showdown champion for the in-season tournament. Awesome stuff out of Tim Robb today to get himself a P4. Awesome, awesome job. But Blaze Crawford, gonna burn it down. Full-time Coke Series driver, part-time ASRA Cup Series driver. And man, he just put a whopping on the entire field. Good to see out of Blaze Crawford. Big, big win today for that man right there. We'll take a step aside real quick, folks. We'll thank a couple sponsors. We'll come right back and talk to your top three.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Vegas pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Welcome back, folks. We are at the conclusion of the Wendy Angel 250 presented by Harpoon Design. We're going to bring in our top three, starting off with Max Brady finishing third spot today. Let's see if we can bring him in real quick.
Oh, Tim.
Here he is, Mr. Max Brady, finishing P3 today in that San Antonio number 17 karting complex. Man, hey, good race today. Pretty wild one for the most part. Kind of stayed green at times, and then definitely a big pack racing for the most part. And hey, a P3, not a bad day today, man, for you. You guys really made it work today, your teammates and you.
Yeah, I think this is my first interview this season. It hasn't been the best season or the season that I hoped for, to be honest. But yeah, at the beginning of the race, at the end of stage one, I kind of made a move to go for the stage one because I know that me and Tim Robb were so close on the top 12 cutoff. So like the whole goal for me was to get into the top, or to be into the top 12 after this race. And I don't know if I am or not. I know it's going to be extremely close because me and Tim finished next to each other. So we'll see what happens when the standings come out. But yeah, at the end of stage one there, I kind of just got a little probably too happy or too excited to try to get the stage win, and I kind of took Blaze out. So that was unfortunate. So I know that he spent most of the race getting damage fixed, and he finally did, and we were able to get back up to the lead like I feel like we usually do in these plate races. And then John and Jackson helped us control that till the end there. And then the last lap, I was super hot down the backstretch, so I was kind of thinking of the whole situation with me and Tim as well. So I kind of lifted there to get some temp, because with these cars, once you're at 287, you start blinking red, and then you don't know when it blows up. And I was 293, so I've pushed that hard before and made it, but I also just don't want to I didn't want to test the luck.
Right.
I think the worst thing that would have happened is me blowing up on the backstretch and I finished 25th and I missed the top 12.
Right.
So kind of stopped there. John and Tim had a huge run. I kind of threw a little block, but that wasn't gonna work. I wasn't gonna take John out and everybody because he helped me. So I mean, I'll take a third. I needed the performance. We got really good stage points, and I'll take that. And then obviously we got a flagship win with Blaze, so that's always nice.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, definitely good stuff. Obviously, yeah, we'll work the points out. Worst case, you have that wild card race next week to get yourself in that last 4 spot. So always a chance to do that too. So either way, man, awesome job today. Floor is yours. If you have any sponsors to shout out, what you got for us?
Yeah. Well, I want to thank Plum Dogs Auto Repair, San Antonio Karting Complex, Wheels America, Texas OEM Wheels, Oasis Sim Racing, Southern Diesel Solutions, Wise Owl Wash, and Harpoon Designs for the paints. And want to shout out the Birds too. I haven't gotten a chance to say on the interview because I haven't had one this year. My Birds won the bowl, so shout out to Birds.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, all right, cool. We'll see you next week at Vegas for the wild card race. Have a good night, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
There he is, Max Brady, P3 on the day. Very good run. P2, we're going to bring in John Hagan, man. He came really, really close to getting his 4th win of the season. Here he is, John Hagan, man. Very, very good run. Right there at the end, too. Just not enough to get a run there on Crawford. But, hey, at P2, not bad. Almost snuck out at the end, your 4th win of the season. How'd it go for you, man?
It was probably pretty hectic from the beginning. I ended up with a couple stage points, I think, in stage 1, and got involved in that first big wreck. I couldn't see each other straight away, had to get all that fixed. And then from there, it was just falling back forward and missing wrecks by the skin of my teeth. It was pretty fun. It was dope, and we just, our group over here, we nailed our final green flag pit stop at the end to put us in position to try to win, and that's all you can ask for.
Yes, sir, man. Always looking good up there in the front. Obviously, playoff coming up pretty soon here, so you're already very well locked into that. So that should be a lot of fun seeing how you do well in that. But floor is yours, man. Give us a shout outs for any sponsors. What you got?
Shout out Bush Apple and the 12-pack I drank before this race. Freaking delicious, crisp, awesome. Shout out you, Steve, at ASRA and putting on this broadcasting league. Shout out AZR for putting me on the crew, and the rest of the Flim Dogs crew for working with me. And shout out Kevin Themster. He painted this car up short notice, and it's beautiful. So yeah, shout out my beautiful girlfriend for supporting me doing these racing as always.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, good stuff. We'll catch you next week. Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right, there he is, John Hagan. Now we'll bring in the winner of today's race, Blaze Crawford. Man, what a great win today. Where is our boy? Here he is. There he is, Blaze Crawford. Hey, took the time and, hey, came in, won the race today, man. Hectic race, as we were just told by a couple of your teammates and whatnot and friends. But, hey, pretty wild race. Kind of went back and forth a bit in the race and got some damage, it looked like, at one point. But ended up just nailing that green flag stop, it looked like, there at the end, and walked away with the first W, man. Definitely earned. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming this season. It's pretty crazy to think, it's been, I don't know how many races we're in, and, we finally got one done. I feel like I've had a few close calls. I feel like I should have, 4 or 5 wins this season, but, just hasn't gone my way, but, tonight finally did. And yeah, you said it, that green flag stop set us up real good. I was kind of coaching those guys, Max, John, Jackson, and all the guys in our pack, like, hey, we need to do this on this lap, and just calm down and just hit our stop and we'll be good. So yeah, it went our way, and we made it to victory lane finally this season.
Yes, sir, man, nailed it. Just a really good job, obviously, and I'm not sure what races you'll be doing in the future for your schedule, but always glad to have you here, and hey, first W always feels pretty good on the season, man. Hey, floor is yours. Give us your shout outs, man, sponsors, what you got for us?
Yeah, shout out Max Brady for that lap 30 something wreck. Gave me 8 minutes of damage. Couldn't stop us though. He thought he could stop me, man. He thought he could stop me, but I take the checkered. I take care of business. So shout out to Max. We had a good time this weekend at Kansas Speedway. Good times as always. But yeah, shout out to the guys over at Flag Motors. This thing was freaking fast after we got it fixed. So those Texas OEM wheels and things are fast. So shout out Matt Fleming and all the guys back at the shop. We're gonna try to go get this team championship and see if we can take it home finally. Got to get Bowie off off those reigning champion team standings. So we're gonna put in some work. We're gonna go drive left, turn fast, and go Ravens, and let's go get some pizza.
All right. Hey, I like that idea right there. But good job, man. As always, we'll catch you next time you race with us. And hey, go and celebrate, dude.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir. There he is, Blaze Crawford. Came in and just not really dominated, but just got the job done, right? And sometimes that's all it takes to get it and make it happen. But awesome job today. Folks, that's going to be it. The Wendy Angel 250, excuse me. I've got food on the mind and I'm thinking about Wendy's. That's not good at 11 p.m. at night. But hey, shout out to everybody who's watched today online on race day. Leave a like if you can. Hit the subscribe button. It all goes a long way to support the channel. Hey, regular season finale is over at Daytona. Next week we go to the wild card race in Las Vegas. We'll get some information up there on our X account. You'll see that. Follow us at ASRA iRacing on X, and you'll see all the updates and the process and all how that works. But we'll cover it all anyway next week. Again on Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time for our wild card race at Las Vegas. Folks, been a long night, a lot of fun as well. Appreciate you all being here, and that'll be it. Big thanks for you guys again. Race day. Have a good night, folks.